And welcome back to Electric Bike Mark. On this video I'm going to be riding the Apus M1 Max. I thought I'd take this bike out today. This is the beast of a bike that I have that is 26 by 4 inch wheels. It's a faster e-bike that can exceed 30 miles per hour. And it weighs about 90 pounds, has a 17.5 amp hour battery. Looks really sharp, this cyan color, blue, light blue. And so let's hop on. And today I thought that we would do a ride, just a fun ride here. All rides are fun, but this one's going to be one that's not really a video that's going to talk about laws. We're going to forget about laws for today and just enjoy our bike ride. So let's think about the good in e-bikes and the reason why we enjoy our e-bikes and why we should continue to enjoy our e-bikes. I mean, e-bikes are awesome, and I've told people this many times, that when you get on an e-bike and experience it for the first time, whether it's on your own bike or trying someone else's bike, but your very first ride, I would almost guarantee it that you're going to be hooked. E-bikes are very addicting. Once you get one, you're in there and you're always looking at other bikes. It's just kind of hard not to do. You know, you got your bike, you might enjoy your bike, but you're always wondering, what would that bike be like? You know, what would this bike be like? And eventually it becomes a situation where you have a second bike, a third bike, maybe a fourth bike. But you know, here's the thing about it. First of all, it's a good addiction, although it does cost you money. But sometimes having multiple e-bikes can kind of be an advantage, where one might be, let's say, a cargo bike that you use for grocery shopping. Another one, like a class 2 e-bike, might be one that you want to use on a trail. And then you might have possibly a third different bike that you use as a commuter. You know, it's the one that takes you to work or longer distance commutes. I don't know if I'm going to trigger this light, but I do want to go straight through. Here comes a car. But yeah, so you could have multiple e-bikes for different purposes. And that guy's not, he's going to be turning. I may have to get off here and hit the button. To get across. But yeah, you could have multiple bikes. I mean, I've told the story before, I'm going to tell it again now. My first ever e-bike was back in 2019, Black Friday, November. And I got a Rad Rover 4. Okay, Rad Rover 4 was a very popular bike at the time, and I did a lot of research on which bike to get. This is a long light, for crying out loud. If it doesn't soon change, I even pushed the button to cross, I'm going to give up on it. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go this way and do a U-E up here, because I do want to go down that road. Actually, I can go down this road up here. Yeah, I'm going to get across. But yeah, so I purchased a Rad Rover 4 after a lot of research. You know, I watched a lot of videos, and back then there wasn't near the amount of bikes that there is to choose from today, but Rad at the time was the big name. I believe that was the #1 name of e-bike out there at the time. If not the #1, it was right up there. I can't think offhand of a bigger name one. So when I was looking at it, I wanted one that had a good reputation. The company had a good reputation. The bikes got good reviews, which they did. That one did, the Rad Rover 4. And so I purchased it. I got it, you know, I think it was regular price $14.99 at the time. I got it for $12.50, but I did have to buy fenders to put on it. It did not come with fenders back then. Now most bikes pretty much all come with fenders. Stay there, buddy. And we're going up a pretty steep hill here. And so I bought the fenders. They were on back order though, but I bought them right away, and then not long after I got the bike, I got the fenders. At the time, the fenders were $90, just plastic fenders. And so if you factor that in, the bike cost me $1,340. And the bike I'm on right now, the AIPAS M1 Max, I would pick this bike over the Rad. It's got more power, more torque, more speed, just overall more features. It has a full suspension. It also has turn signals, but they're only on the back. And I've always mentioned this, that why just the back? I mean, the people in the front want to see which way you're turning as well. But that's all a lot of companies put on. But at least we're getting to where turn signals are on there, because I'm not a big fan. I am not a fan of taking your hands off the handlebars if you can help it, to do hand turn signals. That's, to me, is so old school and to me dangerous, because you should have two hands on the wheel, in this case not the wheel but the handlebar at all times, because these bikes are heavy. And if you're in an intersection, are you going to hold your arm out there to let everyone know that you're turning? I think if you're in the left lane, you're probably good anyway, because why would you be in the left lane if you're turning there? But anyway, I think you need to have both hands on the controls. Also, your throttle's on there. And if you're like me, to start yourself from an intersection, you use the throttle. So you need that hand to throttle. Also, if you need to, for whatever reason, need to brake quickly, you need your hands free. We have hand brakes. You know, we need our hands free to be able to pull the brake when needed. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of hand signals. That's way old school now. We got to get up with the times and have turn signals on the bikes, and make the turn signals big enough that they stand out. I'm not sure where I'm going, just cruising around here. It's a beautiful day out here. But yeah, the e-bike, like I said, I've never heard anyone yet say anything really negative once they got one. I think before people purchase an e-bike, the number one complaint is how expensive they are. Now, that's totally understandable. They are expensive. I think that kind of goes away a little bit when you eventually get a bike and try it. Once you start riding, you're thinking, wow, this thing is awesome. And you'll find yourself out there riding a lot more than you would normally do on a traditional bike. It makes you want to get out there more often, and you can go farther. That's the other thing. You're going to go a lot further distance. You might only ride a few miles on a traditional bike. You're going to ride a lot of miles. You'll be surprised how much mileage you actually do and how quickly you can knock the miles off. It's crazy. And I've yet to hear anyone though, and I've asked, whenever I see somebody with an e-bike, the first thing I'll ask them, him or her, I'll say, how do you like your e-bike? And I've asked countless people, and you know what? They all say the same thing, I love it. I love it is the one that you hear all the time. I never hear someone say, garbage, too expensive, I don't like it, blah, blah, blah. They are expensive, but you know, nobody ever complained. They say they love it. Even though the line's here, down here, I got to get out a little more so I can see who's coming, because I can't see to the right of me. It's a bit of a hill and there's trees in the center. I'll point it down there and you can see, here comes a car now. It's hard to see down there. Here comes another one. And there's one coming this direction. So I have to get out here close to where I can see. This side is good now. And that side's got many cars. Looks like I'm good. So I'd like to ask you to comment in the comments how you feel. Were you kind of the same, getting an e-bike for the first time? Now, I got mine for the first time. I never tried one before. I had never tried one until I bought that Rad. And, you know, once it was assembled, that was the first time I ever rode an electric bike. So I didn't even have a chance to ride one in my life till that one. And my first thoughts to myself was, wow, this is really cool. I can see myself riding this a lot. And it's true. And I've yet to hear anyone say otherwise. But let me know in the comments, how did you feel the first time you got an e-bike? What were your thoughts? Were yours like mine? Like, were you wowed? And thought, wow, like I was so used to riding like a traditional bike. And I literally, felt like you almost feel like you're Superman, you know, like it's like you got these extra powers now. And yeah, it was crazy. It still is. I still enjoy the bikes. I actually even enjoy it probably even more now because I've gotten to ride several bikes now and try them. And really, in all honesty, I can tell you that I don't even remember riding an e-bike that I would call terrible. You may compare the price to another bike and say, well, that's not a good deal, I don't like it. But it's not because the bike is bad, it's because the price. You know, you're comparing it to other bikes and what you can get for value-wise, you know, bike A versus bike B, but I've never really ridden a terrible bike. I'm sure there are some that aren't great out there, but I haven't experienced it. Like this AIPAS here is really nice, I gotta say. It's like riding a Cadillac. It's like driving a Cadillac. It's big, it's heavier, it's about 90 pounds as I mentioned. And that extra weight there basically, the extra weight gives you a smoother ride. And a stable ride, you know, like if you happen to go faster, and I'm pretty much keeping mine right as you see it around 16 miles an hour, it's good enough, just a nice leisure ride. But yeah, if you're going to go up there in the 28 miles per hour range or whatever, it's nice to have that extra weight. It sounds a little funny, but I think the weight of the bike does make for a smoother, more stable ride. Whereas a lighter bike might be, you know, you might be moving around a bit, especially on a day like today's got a bit of a breeze up to add to it. It just goes right through that, no problem. We're really getting into the riding season now. It's you know, we're toward the end of May here now, and you know, the weather in some areas is taking its sweet time to improve, but geez, we're almost June, so it's got to be good everywhere now. We've had good weather here for quite a while, so I can't complain at all. I'm kind of lucky here. But we're getting into the time of year where they say, because I haven't been here for a whole year yet, it gets hot and humid, right? So I'm kind of looking forward to the early morning rides to beat that. Like 9 o'clock or something, I'll be out here in the 9 to 10 o'clock range and beat the heat. That's my plan. And in the winter, it's the other way around. You wait till afternoon, till it warms up, and then take a ride. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video, talking a little bit about the fun part of e-bikes and not the laws. Let's set the laws aside and do a fun ride, which we just did. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to comment, thank you very much. Just leave a comment below on your thoughts on riding an e-bike and why do you ride one, and maybe also what bike do you ride? I'm curious as always as to what people are riding. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And once again, thank you for joining me today on Electric Bike Mark. Until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.